Okay, you guys, so here are 10 things that I wish I knew before having a baby. Not that this is a deciding factor, but it's just kind of like something funny to share with people who are either pregnant or planning on having a baby soon. Um, and then this is not in any particular order. The first thing is that you may never get your body back 100%. Even if your skin or weight doesn't suffer, your internal system might. And this whole list doesn't apply to everyone in this entire world. Some of you guys may be very lucky, but most of us are not. So if you haven't had a baby yet, appreciate and show off your body. That doesn't mean go put on your hoochie outfit. It just means, wear things that really flatter your body, because no matter how flawed you think your body may be, it is nothing compared to what it will be after having a baby or after having children. Between the effects of pregnancy, like stretch marks and baby weight that never seems to go away, you will think that you were a supermodel before children. If you agree, leave a comment in the comments area. Things you didn't know could droop, stretch, and sag will, without a doubt. You will never, this is the second thing, you will never sleep comfortably again, no matter what, even if your baby sleeps through the night. So if you haven't had your baby yet, or if you're pregnant, get as much sleep as you can, because it will become a luxury after children, and you'll never seem to get enough sleep. You will be interrupted all the time, even if you take a nap. And because even if your child sleeps through the night, you are like constantly waking up to make sure that they're okay. Or if you hear a noise, you wake up. I mean, if this happened to you, like if you used to sleep soundly, but suddenly when you became a parent, you're like aware of like every sound, and like, is somebody trying to break in? Is somebody going to take my baby? You're just like, your mom instinct just like turns on. The next thing is that vacationing and relaxing will never be the same. Vacationing with children creates wonderful memories, but it is not ever the same. Even if you can find a babysitter to watch your children, you will never really relax when you're away from your children. There's really, I mean, unless you're like that rare breed that can do that, that can be away from your kids, it's almost nearly impossible to relax when you're not with them. And when you're with them, of course, obviously you're working, you're not relaxing. You will never have the same freedom as before. That's one thing that I took for granted before having my baby. I see videos of girls who vlog who are like, oh, today I went shopping and then I came home and I was bored, so I took a nap and then I didn't know what to do. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I remember those days, and I don't have them anymore. So unless you have help, and that's great. You'll have, like, if you have your mother-in-law or your mom or a sister or somebody who can help you, but it will not always be 100% perfect. Your relationship with everyone you encounter or live with will change, some for the better, some for worse. If this is true for you, again, any of these things that I've said, please leave a comment and let me know if you agree. Definitely this one is very true for me. It has changed with everyone that I have ever encountered, and you guys recently went through one of the things that that happened to me with me, so you guys know this part is true. My relationship with my husband has improved for the better, or has changed for the better. This is the next thing. The next thing is that nursing is very difficult, and if you can accomplish it, I believe that you should get some sort of badge or reward for every month that you do it. Because it is very difficult. I remember I used to see my mother do it, and I thought it was just, I remember I used to see my mom nursing, and I thought it was just part of like everyday routine. I didn't know that it was something that was work. She made it look so easy. I mean, it was just like she would just do it, and all of us just thought it was a normal thing, and really it isn't. And I think that women who go through with it, especially for an entire year, I really sincerely think they should get some sort of reward, or some sort of a bonus at the end of the year, because it is really difficult and it's time consuming and it's just difficult. Okay, so the next thing is anytime you're with your child, children, or baby, you will have 2 breaks. The first one is at their nap, and the second one is when they go to sleep for the night. The first break is about 1 to 2 hours long, or maybe even 3 hours, depending on how long your baby sleeps or toddler. And you may think that's a long time. 1, 2, 3 hours, that's a long time, as you know, for a break. but really it's not. I mean, especially if you think about fitting everything that you do in an entire day, or all that freedom that you have to do whatever you want, to go shopping, to go hang out with friends, to go on the internet, to watch a movie. 1, 2, 3 hours is not enough. Let's see here. Oh, you do get a third break, which is a bonus break, and that is whenever you have a family member or a friend or somebody like that to help you watch your kid while you go shopping or whatever. And if you have that third bonus break, you are very, 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 very fortunate. That is like gold to a parent. If you have like your mom is always willing to help, or your dad's always willing to watch your kids, or your sister or whatever, you should be very thankful, especially if you have them there like every day. Or even if like your husband is like, oh, go babe, go shopping, go do your nails, I'll watch the kids. Oh my gosh, believe me, that is better than gold. I would accept that any day over gold and over chocolate. Okay, and then the next thing is that you'll stop buying things for yourself. This one is so true. Or it will become a challenge to buy things for yourself, because all of your money... Okay, so what was I saying? I was saying that buying things for yourself will become a challenge, because all of your money, you'll want to spend it on your baby. This is so true. Every time I go to the mall, I get so distracted by all the baby clothing stores, and I end up buying things for my baby. And plus, their clothes is so cute, so tiny. Everything you thought about being a parent will change. Your mom was right. You will not really understand until you are a parent. You will not raise your kids the way you imagined it. I remember when I used to see parents at restaurants, like the way they would deal with their kids' tantrums, I would be like, oh my gosh, oh hell no. If I'm ever a mom, I'm not going to treat my toddler that way. I'm going to, spank their booty for throwing tantrums at a restaurant. And guess what? Now that I have my own toddler, like, I do exactly what those parents used to do, which is get down to their level, look in their eyes, and firmly tell them to stop. And then if they don't, take them outside, let them take a breather, and help them relax. So it's just so funny, like some of the things that you thought you would become as a parent, you don't become that person. Okay, and then the other thing that I always thought I would do as a mom was always keep my baby clean. I thought that I would always like clean up after them and always keep their clothes looking really nice and clean, and really that is just one of the most ridiculous ideas you will ever have. If you have this one and you're pregnant or you're planning on having kids in the future, there's like no way this will ever happen. Just no way. I mean, I used to do that in the beginning. I used to change their clothes every time there'd be a spot on it. And I quickly learned that that's really silly. That's only a quick way to give myself more laundry to do. Okay, and then the next thing that I wish I knew before I had my baby so that I can prepare better emotionally is that babies get sick a lot. And not only do they get sick a lot, but they get sick like by anything and anyone. I mean, they get viruses like crazy. They get colds all the time. I remember the first year of my toddler's life, like seriously, I felt like they were sick like every 2 weeks. That's what I felt like. And even though that's not really true and that's an exaggeration, I mean, it just seemed like they were getting sick so often, and anytime they were around someone else who was sick or another sick kid, they would get sick, and then they would make that kid sick like 3 weeks later. And it was just like germs and viruses, it's like you just have to constantly be washing their hands and basically keeping them in a bubble to prevent them from getting sick, which is pretty unreasonable if you want to live a regular life. And so that's another last thing that I want to mention. So if you have your own to add to this list, please put your list or only thing that you wish you knew before you had a baby in the comments area, so that if anyone who is not a parent yet wants to read this and get some clues, then they can read that. And please don't take this as anything that I am putting out there so that you don't have kids. This is just kind of like things I wish I knew before so that I could prepare. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that one. See you guys later. Bye.